What if I told you that there's a channel that's using AI to create this Fern-style documentary videos with unbelievable results? The name of the channel is Black Files, and it was only created about 6 months ago. They've posted 38 videos, but have already racked up more than 60,000 subscribers. The channel creates Fern-style documentaries about hackers, cybercrime, espionage, and tech scandals, all with the help of AI. Yes, you heard me right. They're creating realistic 3D documentary-style videos in the same style that Fern uses, except without the ridiculous price tag that Fern and other such creators are paying to create similar-style videos. In fact, their final results are so good that most viewers have no idea that what they're watching isn't crafted by a huge production studio, but by a single person sitting behind a laptop and prompting AI to do everything for them, which is also why most of their videos are racking up hundreds of thousands of views, with the most popular one about some hacker who took down North Korea, already bringing in more than 1 million views. But if you're wondering how to go about this, stay with me to the end, because I'm going to carry you through the entire process of creating videos like these guys. First, we'll look at how to come up with the same kind of topics about hackers, espionage, and other security events that the channel we're modeling is creating. Once we're done with that, we'll take a look at how to create a script that keeps viewers watching till the end. From there, we'll turn the script into voiceover narration using both free and paid tools, before generating the necessary images that will be used to create the videos. The next step would be to animate the images using AI, and finally put everything together with your preferred video generator. To make sure you have everything that you'll need to get started in this niche, I've created a Google Doc which contains prompts that will help simplify the entire process. Everything from topic to image generation prompts. You can find the link to the document in the prompts channel of my Discord server. It's completely free to join, so just click the link in the video description and look for the card titled Hacker Documentary Niche Black Files. Simply click the link on that card and you'll have access to every single prompt. While you're at it, don't forget to hit the like button if you find the video helpful. It really helps me out a bunch. Now, before we get started, let's take a look at this short demo I made using the same process I'm about to carry you through.
June 9th, 2013. Edward Snowden sits on the edge of his bed in a cramped Hong Kong hotel room, the glow of his laptop still burning with the secrets he's just unleashed. In a single stroke, the world's perception of government surveillance had been shattered, and this man was responsible. The result? Complete public outrage. Headlines exploding across continents and intelligence chiefs scrambling to explain the unexplainable. The United States government, the most powerful surveillance machine on Earth, was suddenly exposed by one man with a thumb drive. A knock at the door snaps him upright, panic flooding his face. For weeks, he's slipped deeper into the shadows, dodging cameras, disguising his face, encrypting every word. Now his mind races. Did he make a mistake? Has the FBI finally caught up to him? So, how did an unassuming contractor, armed with nothing more than a conscience and a hard drive, outwit the most secretive surveillance state on Earth? And how long could he run before the hunters came for him?
The first thing you need to do is to come up with topics for your video. Look through the ones that the channel we're modeling is tackling, and take inspiration from them. AI can also help, so go to the Google Doc I mentioned and look for this topic prompt. Copy everything under it, and open your favorite text generator. I'm going to be using ChatGPT for this demonstration, but feel free to choose whichever one that you prefer. Paste the prompt and make one simple change. Look for this placeholder and replace it with however many topics you want the AI to generate. I'm going to go with 20. Once that's done, hit enter and wait for the AI to look for topics that fit the style you want. If you look through the results here, you'll notice a title and event details for each story. The title is exactly what it implies, while the event details provide a bit of information to guide the AI on the exact topic the title is referring to. Both will be necessary when it comes to generating the script for the video, so keep that in mind. Look through and pick the theme that you want to focus on for your video. Once that's done, it's time to create the script. Go back to the Google Doc and look for this script prompt. Make sure it's copied and paste it inside your text generator. Now, this part is very important, so you need to pay close attention. Look for these two placeholders. The first one is the title, and the second is the event details. If you recall, that's the format the topics were generated in. So, make sure you've copied the title and remove the title placeholder, leaving only the quotation marks. Then paste the copied title where the placeholder was, and do the same thing with the event details. No need to change anything else once that's done. But before you hit enter, you need to understand how this prompt works. The channel we're modeling creates videos ranging from 14 minutes to around 30 minutes. So the prompt is structured to create scripts ranging anywhere from 3,500 to around 5,500. I know this range is quite broad, but it makes up for any error the AI might make in the number of words. Now hit enter and wait for your script to be generated. The AI won't be able to generate the full script at a go, so the prompt is created to generate in batches. The first part is ready, so go through and make any necessary changes. Then type continue and the next part will be generated. Repeat this till the last part of the script is done. One important thing you need to keep in mind is that AI is good at a lot of things, but it still messes up with scripts sometimes. So it's very important that you go through, modify, and use it as a base to create the full script yourself. Once that's done, it's time to create the voiceover. If you want a free text-to-speech tool, check out Google AI Studio, as at the time this video was made, users can generate voiceovers completely free with their tool. I'll be using 11 Labs for this demonstration, as it's one of the best on the market. Feel free to choose the voice that you prefer, but I'm going to go with this random British voice. If the script is long, go to Studio and hit this button. Now paste your copied script and press Ctrl+A to select everything. Then with the voice that you'll be using selected, hit Generate and wait for your voiceover to be created. In case something doesn't sound good, you can always regenerate that part of the script till you're done with the whole thing. All that's left is to export it as an MP3 file. Now that the voiceover is ready, the next step is to create the necessary images that will be used to generate the video. But before that, you need image prompts that you can give to the image generator. So copy this prompt and paste it inside your text generator. You need to make 2 changes here. So look for this first placeholder and specify the number of image prompts that you want the AI to generate. The number mostly depends on the length of your script. You can also split the script to make things easier. I'm simply generating image prompts for the first part of the script, so I'll go with 20. Scroll down to the bottom of the prompt for the second placeholder. This is where you need to include your script, so make sure it's copied and replace the placeholder with the part of the script that you copied. All that's left is to hit enter and wait for the AI to generate your image prompts. However, if you look close at the prompts that have been generated, you'll notice that they're in 3 sections. The first part is the part of the storyline that the prompt represents. Then there's the image prompt itself, and finally there's the video clip prompt. You won't be using the first part for anything besides helping you identify what the image prompt represents in your script, but the last one will be necessary when you're generating the video clips. Now for the image generation, there are many tools that you can use, including ChatGPT. But Google's own Whisk works great, and the best part is that it's free at the moment. So let's go with that. You can go directly to their page, I'll leave a link in the description, or open ImageFX and hit this button to be taken there. If you're wondering why I'm not using ImageFX directly, the reason is simple. As you can see, the results it gives for this niche aren't bad, but it still has issues with prompt adherence. This particular image should have the character wearing a hoodie, but it somehow refuses to include that. Additionally, it doesn't have a reference image feature, so you can't really create consistent characters with it. Now once you've opened Whisk, paste your prompt and choose the aspect ratio to start generating your image. Check out this result. The image looks great, but sometimes the results may not be perfect, especially if you want a character without any facial features like this one. But the good news is that once it generates the character that you want, you can always use that as a reference image for other images. I personally like the character with some facial features, so I'll be using that one. To add a character as a reference image, hit this button and upload your image. Once that's done, you can type the changes that you want to make. In this case, I want a front view of the character. This isn't exactly a front view, but it's not bad, so I'll keep it. Another thing you can do is to hit this refine button and then give the AI the command to change something. I'm simply asking for the front-facing view that it didn't get right. This looks great, and the AI maintained the character consistency. Let's add another prompt and see the results that will be generated. This image also looks good, but I want the side view of the character as well, so I'll use the refine feature to create that. This aerial view is also alright. Go ahead and use this process to generate all of your images till the entire story has been covered. Then move on to creating the video clips. You can use Minimax, VO3, or any other video generator that you prefer for this part, but I'll be using Kling AI for this demonstration. Their new version 2.5 Turbo works pretty well, so feel free to give that a try. Hit this button and create an account if you don't have one already. There's a lot going on here, but the only thing you need is the video feature. Make sure the image to video tab is selected, as well as the version 2.5 Turbo. Now you need to add your first image by clicking here. Once the upload is complete, scroll down to the optional prompt column and copy the video clip prompt that was generated in addition to the image prompt earlier. To test the model, we'll not be adding any camera movement to the prompt. Scroll down and uncheck this sound effect option. We don't really need it for the clips, and we'll be adding our own to some, but not all. Choose the number of clips to output per generation. Keep in mind that the more output you request, the higher the number of credits you'll be required to spend per generation. Go ahead and hit generate, and wait for Kling AI to finish creating the first clip. This looks alright, and there's very minimal movement, which is pretty cool, but as you can see, there's no camera movement anywhere. So let's create another one. This time, we'll be adding the camera motion. Let's make it a slow panning shot, nothing specific like the direction, and see the results that we get. There's a bit of motion here, so now it's time to test out some of the camera presets that Kling AI has made available. Hit this button at the bottom of the prompt area to open the presets. You'll notice all of these camera movements, so hover over each available preset to see a demo of the kind of motion that you'll be getting from them. I'm going to go with this camera orbit preset and check out the result. This looks really cool, so I'll quickly test out some of the other presets. The camera orbits around and pushes in preset seems like it'd be cool for this street clip, so let's try that. It looks awesome. The camera moves around the character while zooming in. Keep going till you're done with all your clips. The final step in this process is to put everything together to make the video. So open your preferred video editor. In this case, I'm going to be using CapCut. Make sure all your clips and voiceover have been selected and then drag and drop them here. Add the voiceover to the timeline, and then go through and remove any long pauses. Don't forget to change the aspect ratio to 16:9 for long-form content. Now it's time to add your clips, so drop the first one inside the timeline and scale it to fit the full frame. To add the date at the beginning, go to text and add the default one. Change the default placeholder text to the date and choose the font that you want to use for the video. Add something like a stroke or glow and play around with the settings to get the look that you want. This particular glow works well for me, so I'll go with that. Go to animation and look through the in animation for the one that you want. Increase the duration of the animation to match up with the audio and continue arranging your other clips. Don't forget to trim the text to match your audio. Keep going till you're done arranging the rest of your videos. In case you want to speed up any of your clips, go to speed and then click and drag the corner of that particular track. Feel free to add transitions if necessary, but the channel we're modeling doesn't use some in their videos, so I'll skip that. Next, go to filters and look through the available options till you find one that you like. Then drop it inside the timeline and drag it to cover the entire duration of your video. You can even play around with the intensity of the filter if it's too much. To make the videos even more engaging, you need to add sound effects. You can grab some from Pixabay or any other royalty-free music streaming website. Alternatively, you can use CapCut's inbuilt sound effect library. Simply go to Audio, Sound Effects, and search for what you want. I'm going to test out a few till I find one that fits perfectly, and then drop it inside the timeline. To make the initial text pop, make sure the clip directly below it is selected. Then go to Adjust and play around with these settings to get something like this. Now set keyframes for the adjustment you've made. Go forward to where you want it to go back to normal, and reset the settings. The clip looks considerably better now. In case you want to add some animation like a zoom to a still clip, go to the start of the clip and then set a keyframe. Drag the indicator to a few frames before the end of the clip, and then scale it up. The movement doesn't need to be too fast, so don't scale it up too much. This doesn't look bad, but you can smoothen it out by simply right-clicking the clip. Then choose Show Variable Speed Animation and expand the scale graph. Hit the diamond keyframe and hit this to open the preset curves. Test out a few till you find that one that you want, and then right-click again and choose Hide Variable Speed Animation to close the graph. Simple as that. Now this next part is optional, so feel free to skip it for your video. We're going to add captions. Click this and hit Generate, and then select the generated captions and go through the available templates for one that fits your narration. You can even modify the font, color, and other details. For places like this, extend the caption to fill and then crop at exactly where it ended earlier. Then modify the text so they appear exactly where they're supposed to. You may need to add additional text to better emphasize key points in your narration. Simply choose the color for the text and then add a glow with your preferred settings, so the text stays visible even on different backgrounds. This one works just fine for me. Don't forget to add any other necessary sound effects as well as background music. You can grab one from YouTube's audio library or your favorite royalty-free music website. Import it inside your project and then drag and drop it inside your timeline. The background music needs to be very low, so decrease it significantly and then trim any excess. Finally, your video is ready for export at either 1080p, 2 or 4K resolution. Now, if you're interested in some of the top trending niches, check out this video where I go over every niche that's going viral this year. Anyway, thank you and see you in the next one.